Hi, I'm Pattu from FreeFinCal. Today, let's take a look at PGIM India Midcap Opportunities Fund. This is one of the funds like Quant Active, Quant Small Cap Fund that has seen a huge surge in AUM after the market crash of last year. This fund's AUM grew by 1 to 12%. That is almost all of its current AUM of 1,600 crores. Almost like 1,300 crores has come in the last few months, and more in a little more than a year. And so now the first step we shall do always is to look at the history of the fund. More than all this number crunching, calculating returns, rolling returns, plotting graphs, and so on, one of the most enjoyable aspects of reviewing a fund is to look back and find out its history. Now, this fund was born as Pramerica Midcap Opportunities Fund in December 2013. Then DHFL, Diwan Housing Finance, acquired a stake in the fund house. Then it became DHFL Pramerica from September 2015 onwards. Then Prudential Investment Management, later it was called Prudential Global Investment Management, acquired the fund house, and so then it became PGIM India Midcap Opportunities Fund. Very surprisingly, it has remained the same midcap fund with the same benchmark in spite of all these changes, but it has seen multiple fund managers. The current fund manager has been in charge since April 2018. This is important when we see the performance. So it has seen multiple fund managers. The current fund manager has been in charge since April 2018. There's a new fund manager added only a couple of months ago. Now, if you look at the trailing returns of the fund, they look very impressive. 1 year returns, fund has given 102%, benchmark only 82%. 2 years, fund has given 45%, benchmark only 24%. 3 years, 26%, benchmark only 15%. 4 years, 20%, benchmark only 12%, and so on and so on. You can keep looking at it. Now, that looks very impressive. Oh, is that enough to actually go and put your money in it? Why is nobody not taking a little bit effort to go to value research, look at the graphs, look at the 1 year, 3 year, 5 year performance? I don't know, nobody is willing to do that. If you actually look at the performance since inception, now the orange line is Nifty Midcap 100, the blue line is PGIM fund. Until the market crash, until March 27, 2020, the fund has underperformed. Even after that, it has barely caught up with the benchmark in going up. I mean, it's baffling how people just look at they stand at this point in time and look back at the returns and everything looks great and rosy. I don't understand how this is. This is the since inception performance. The fund has never bet the benchmark before the crash, and after the crash maybe it has gained. So only when there is a bull market, when all the stocks are moving up, then your portfolio is also moving up. How do you know whether it is luck or because of fund manager's skill? We don't know that yet. The fund is just too young for all those things. So that is my problem with this fund. It's just too young. There's no need to rush in and put money into it. We should look at a fund which has consistently performed during during up and down market cycles. This is the asset allocation. It has been fully invested during initially when it started investing. It had some lot of cash and then it slowly deployed it. But after that, it has remained fully invested equity fund, mid cap fund. This is the market cap asset allocation. The gray region is the small cap. The mid cap is the orange. Now, I don't know why since early 2018 onwards, the market has been down. The mid cap segment has been down, small cap segment has been down. Only the large cap segment, that too only a few stocks have been going up. Why did the fund manager not bother to decrease the mid cap stocks at all? I mean, the small cap stocks, okay, it has to invest in mid cap stocks because it is a mid cap fund. But why did they choose to keep investing in the small cap stocks? To almost 20% was given to small caps during a time when the small caps were falling. They could have easily put it into large caps and got a better performance when they had the freedom to do so. They still did not do that, which is kind of baffling for me. Again, you can see, like I've been talking about earlier, when the direct plan expense ratio dropped down, the AUM started shooting up, because I think it's because of the portals, the direct plan portals, fund, they started, the investors started looking at the expense ratio and probably did it. They looked at the returns like I just showed you. and they started pushing in. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to speculate any further than that. Now, this is the 3-year rolling returns, and you can see the yellow line is the fund, green is Nifty Next 50, brown is Nifty Mid Cap 150. The yellow line has always been at the bottom. Only after the recovery it has shot up a little bit. The same is the case for 5 years. It has been down, and then after the recovery it has shot up. Even here, only in the last couple of months, the fund has been able to beat the Nifty Next 50 and Nifty Mid Cap 150. So what is this? What is there so big about this fund, so attractive about this fund? I don't understand. I mean, we have to look a little deeper. We have to look a little more closer. After all, it's our money, and we need to respect our money a little bit more and do a little more research than simply, click an app and start an SIP.